Americans by nature don't date losers. Americans by nature don't celebrate losers. Americans by nature don't date down. Have you gotten the point yet?
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
So guys, JohnPClaymore here. And before we get in this video about wokeness creating a society full of losers, I want to go ahead and kind of apologize for not having any content out on Monday or Tuesday. This video will be released on Wednesday. Of course, I've been bogged down at work, and I finally got a chance to make some videos. So tonight I'm going to be making 3 videos. This is the first of those 3. The second video, which will probably come out on Thursday, is about censorship and what the government is doing and who that's going to affect and who it's not going to affect. It's also going to serve as a bit of an update to this channel. And of course, I have another video that I'm going to schedule for Woke Sports. That's going to serve as a bit of an update to that one too. But before we get into this, guys, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share this video, hit the notification bell, sign off in the comment section. And as always, let's go ahead and subscribe. Let's kind of make this channel grow. Now, I thought about this the other night. I noticed that with all the crap that's going on, especially in the world of sports, and you guys who are subscribed to my channel, by the way, thank you to my new subscribers. You guys already know how anti-woke I am. And the reason why I'm so anti-woke is not just because it's a bunch of falsities, a bunch of lies, a bunch of crap. It's also creating a society full of losers. Let's take a look at the Olympics really quick, and we'll talk about Simone Biles in a second, because I actually have a bit more empathetic take on her, but at the same time, though, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to know where I'm going to go with it. So, Team USA, Dream Team, 92, wins the gold medal. 96, gold medal winner. 2000, gold medal. 2004, didn't work out too well. Okay, 2008, 2012, 2016, good teams. This year, Greg Popavich, who I personally don't think is as pro-American as he says he is. He was obviously very, very anti-Trump, but he also spewed all this racism nonsense. So he gets a team full of NBA players, and they lose to France. Okay, that's not exactly impressive. I mean, dude, look, if you lose, you lose, but to France, what the hell, dude? I mean, and your woke ass continues to make matters worse, and you're not. I mean, Greg, yeah, that's a different topic altogether. But they lost. Okay, you go out there, you protest, you have a bunch of anti-Americans on your team, and you lose. You got a bunch of players that they're not interested in playing. They're interested in politics and crap, so you lose. Okay. U.S. women's soccer team, always been good. Failed to actually qualify. First time since 1972. Who's the captain? Megan Rapinoe. What else has Megan Rapinoe do? Well, she just signed a deal with Subway. Okay, and we all know about her crazy ass. We know how big of a loon she is, and we know about all the protests. Funny how all those players knelt with the exception of 3, and as you can see, I'm not saying there's a correlation. I'm just saying that wokeness is creating a society full of losers. Okay? Didn't qualify. Okay, maybe you should focus on actual sport of soccer rather than protesting and BLM and crap. Simone Biles, of course, she did a BLM protest or salute or acknowledgement. Oh, really quick, before we get into Simone Biles, what happened to Gwen Berry again? Did she even place? Okay, did you see on point? This wokeness is creating a bunch of losers. They're not even focused on the game. And you see, when you represent the United States of America, you need to be there to win. Now, look, if you lose, you lose. I understand that, okay? But you need to at least go out there and compete, okay? If you lose, you can always come back and say, look, let me make some adjustments. Let me fix this issue, and I'll be better next time. That's understandable. But if you lose the way you've been losing, especially protesting and disrespecting your country, you don't need to be there. And at the same time, you're making us look bad in front of the entire world, okay? When you signal crap like, oh, these people are so privileged and we're so oppressed. Bitch, please. You get millions of dollars. I mean, that right there is a real privilege. You get paid millions of dollars to go out there and do what I could do for fun. Even though I won't be as good at it, that right there is what happens. You get millions of dollars to do what most people only dream to do, okay? And you're actually, some of you guys, you're having fun doing it. I mean, I honestly think there's some actual mental issues there, but, whatever. So then you get Simone Biles. Now, understand Simone Biles has got some emotional trauma, some personal issues. I understand that. Anybody can cope with that. But look, do you guys remember Michael Jordan, the flu game? Do you guys remember, I don't know, just back in the day, Lewis Reed injuring his leg? I mean, what was it? Aaron Rodgers came back from an injured leg, in that game against the Bears week 1. We're finding out Tom Brady played on a torn MCL. I mean, dude, there's a such thing called perseverance. And like I said, I get Simone Biles' struggles, but why did you have to quit? I would have preferred Simone Biles go out there and lose gracefully. So that way she could walk away and say, look, I competed. But no, she didn't. She quit on her team. Not satisfactory enough, if you ask me. And I understand somebody's going to say, well, dude, you're not being very empathetic. Okay, that's the point, okay? You should have at least tried, all right? You should have at least actually tried instead of quitting on your team and screwing them over. You see what I'm saying? Wokeness is creating a society full of losers. Let me give you another example, because it's not just athletes. It's also people, too. Now, bear with me on this, because this is about to get pretty dicey. In my opinion, privilege, and I mean privilege, I don't think there's any such thing as white privilege, okay? I don't believe there's anything as privilege. If you worked your ass off to get where you are, you earned your privilege, okay? So nobody's ever actually given you privilege. Let's talk about given privilege. $200 Snickers and you don't have a job. That's privilege. $300, I don't know, wireless headphones, yet you're living on government subsistence, on government subsidies. That's privilege, okay? You're living in an area, town that, quite frankly, the taxpayers have got to pay for. That right there is privilege. All right, you see what I'm saying? You're making millions of dollars a year to play sports. That's privilege, okay? You're also doing that while screaming inequality. Okay, am I missing something here? You see what I'm saying? Wokeness is creating a society full of losers, and I mean absolute losers. I want to give you another example. Today, on Twitter, I was having some fun with this. Now, some of you guys who may still follow sports, if you do, you guys obviously know about the Packers, and you obviously know about Aaron Rodgers coming back to the team, which, by the way, on my other channel, I covered this. I said he would not be leaving the team. So, of course, the Packer fans on Twitter, which, by the way, I mean, dude, the Packer fans on Twitter are god-awful. They're terrible. They're worse than Cowboy fans. I can't believe I'm saying that. I'm a Packers fan. But they decided to put one of those video compilations together, and they decided to use the Avengers Infinity War. Okay, so I looked at this, and it was the grand entrance of Thor coming in, and they put Aaron Rodgers' face on Thor's body. And I pointed something out. I pointed out that this was a bad meme because in Avengers Infinity War, they lost. Remember, Thanos snapped them out of reality, or half of them? Okay, so I pointed that out. The minute I point that out, a bunch of dumbass lefties, they suddenly go absolutely crazy, and they just start tagging me and all, which, by the way, I wasn't affected by. Some of their comments, one of the insults was actually beautiful. I'm not going to say what it was. They start tagging me about how much effort they put into. The fact of the matter is, if you want a happy ending to this, maybe you should have put Aaron's face on Thor's body in the scene where he kind of hulks up in Avengers Endgame. Okay, or maybe you should have put his face on Iron Man's body when he snapped Thanos out of reality. Do you see what I'm saying? You see, we've created a society full of losers, and they're actually happy to be losers. And this isn't great for society going forward. It just isn't. It's actually terrible. It's a terrible message to send to kids. It's a terrible message to send to people who actually want to succeed. You see what I'm saying? Those who are trying to succeed are being held by those who don't hold themselves accountable. This is what I always say about leftists. Don't ever get into it with leftists because they don't hold themselves accountable. So, of course, they're going to use every angle in the world and say all kinds of nonsense. They're going to shout you down. Now, really quick, let's talk about one more thing on privilege. And I'll go ahead and end this video on this right here. Privilege is also the ability to smoke weed at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, then turn right back around and eat a bunch of fat-ass, nasty food at 8, 9 o'clock at night, put on weight, and then wake up the next morning and scream and holler that you want free health care. Guys, look, let me show you something real quick. As most of you guys know, I smoke. This right here to me is the number one argument against free healthcare. And by the way, I'm not taking a jab at anybody who's got a genetic condition or anyone's overweight. I'm talking about those who inflict this upon themselves and those who do not hold themselves accountable. Look at this. By the way, I'm trying to quit, but I got too many other habits in my life. So I can't just quit cold turkey without withdrawal. I'm being very, very real about this. So I smoke, I drink. Even though I work out, I don't have the absolute cleanest diet in the world. Do I deserve free healthcare? No, I don't. Do you know why? Because I'm doing this to myself. If you sit around and eat 100 damn Twinkies a day and drink craft beer every night, smoke weed, then turn right back around and eat 2,000 calories, and then put on all kinds of weight. By the way, I understand some people are genetically predisposed to gain weight and some people are genetically big. There's nothing wrong with that. Those people try everything they can every day to try to keep their weight down, and I understand that. They're already genetically predisposed. What about the people who are not genetically predisposed? What about the people who do it to themselves? You don't deserve taxpayer-funded health care. You see, I've never seen a society call somebody privileged but yet they work absolutely as hard as they can to get free shit. You see what I'm saying? These people don't deserve your taxpayer dollars, just like Black Rifle Coffee does not deserve your money for them to turn right back around and donate to candidates who want to take away your guns while pitching themselves as a pro-Second Amendment company. And the Olympics, these athletes, quite frankly, in my opinion, they don't deserve your money either. I mean, they go up there, they disrespect your flag, they disrespect your nation, they disrespect the fact that men and women fought and died for their right to be an absolute dumbass, and then they turn right back around, put on a bunch of weight, create their own health problems, and expect you to friggin' pay for it. Yeah, that right there is the problem with wokeness. It creates a society of absolute freaking losers, all right? I'm talking absolute losers to the highest degree, and all they do is piss, moan, cry, whine, bitch, bellyache, and demand more of your fucking money, yet even though they're not going to do a goddamn thing to save themselves or produce a better life for themselves. Guys, this is John Claymore. If you like this content, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share this video, also hit the notification bell, and sign off in the comment section. And remember, those who do it themselves do not deserve your help. And I'll see you guys later.
Now hold on. You ain't the first son of a bitch to wake up out of their dream.